another step forward. This with PTV and Japanese firm NEC signing a contract for the further digitization of broadband.
Please be seated. Maayong hapon kanatong tanan. We are gathered here this afternoon for the demonstration and proof of concept of Emergency Warning Broadcast System, or EWBS. Initially, this is a result of a commitment made by the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications of Japan to the Philippine government. And in 2007, MIC contracted NEC Corporation, and together they commissioned NEC Philippines for the execution of this EWBS event. For this year, the agenda is to conduct promotional and demonstration activities in regional site. And Davao was chosen and nominated because emergency response is very active here through Central 911. And so we are here to witness this momentous event. But before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our VIPs today. Secretary Martin Andanar of PCOO. PCOO Undersecretary Noel George Puyat. PCOO Undersecretary George Apasible. Chief Operating Officer of Central 911 Emergency Response, Mr. Emmanuel Haldon. Mr. Okazaki Kazuto of National Telecommunications Commission. Mr. Ito Susumo of JICA. And Mr. Yabi Shinya from the Japan Embassy. And also Mr. Dino Antonio Apolonio, the General Manager of People's Television Network. And General Director Rizal Giovanni Aportadera of Philippine Broadcasting Services, Bureau of Broadcast Services. So at this moment, may I call on Undersecretary Noel George Puyat to give us the opening remarks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Secretary Andanar. Welcome our guests from NEC, from JICA, from Davao 911. Good afternoon. The Emergency Warning Broadcast System, or the EWBS, is a giant step in communications, television broadcasting, and emergency preparedness. I understand that this is the first kind in Philippine television history. We will be able to broadcast timely advisories to the general public using this technology, like an impending typhoon, information on where to evacuate, what numbers to call during emergencies, what to do before, during, and after disasters, whether these are man-made or natural. These are just some forms of public advisories we can use using the EWBS. Though we are not so fortunate that our country is calamity-stricken, we are indeed a resourceful people that has garnered technology and know-how to take care for our citizens. While normal datacasting will broadcast information from government agencies and even news tidbits, EWBS will take over in the display as the dominant information in our TV screens to inform all residents of an emergency and to warn them. Both EWBS and datacasting are features of digital television broadcasting. In our case, we are adopting Japan's standard, or the ISDBT format. This is a milestone intertwined with several of PCOO's modernization programs and public service campaigns, such as, number one, PTV's migration from analog to digital, modernization of the facilities and studios of PTV and Radyo Pilipinas, the Digital Terrestrial Television Broadcasting Project of the PCOO, PTV, JICA, and the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications of the Government of Japan. The participation of the PCOO and the Philippine Information Agency with the Interagency Calamity Resiliency Committee and the Service Continuity Plans and Emergency Preparedness Campaigns of the PCOO and its attached agencies. PCOO and PTV are bringing the heart of the presidency and the message of the government closer to the people. We are reaching out to a wider coverage of our populace. We are utilizing all mediums of communications and harnessing newfound technologies. The shining example of the benefits and wonders of EWBS will be an inspiration for us in communications, broadcasting, and the government sector. Again, thank you from our friends from NEC and JICA, and thank you for the efforts of PTV. Good afternoon to all.
Thank you so much, Undersecretary Puyat. Now, to give us the welcome remarks representing Davao City Mayor Inday Sara Duterte, may I call on the Central 911 Emergency Response Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Emmanuel Haldon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Secretary Andanar, distinguished guest, good afternoon. The Mayor sends her regrets that she will not be able to join us this afternoon because she's also attending to another activity. However, she sends me to deliver her message, her welcome message this afternoon. So this is her message. On behalf of the City Government of Davao, I would like to thank PTV 11 and NEC for bringing this early warning broadcast system to our shores. This will definitely boost the current efforts of our City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, especially as disaster risk reduction management is among the key priorities of the City Government of Davao. And we are determined to intensify our efforts and encourage more public participation in these regards. This also complements our existing integrated public alert warning system. This is a very vital component that need to be integrated in the system. As we all know, technology is a crucial component in disaster mitigation. And with this, EWBS and datacasting, there will be a faster transfer of information that will guide both the city government and our communities so that we can better prepare and protect both people, properties from disasters before they occur. I hope that this will be implemented across more communities throughout the country so that our communities remain strong and our people prepared, united and resilient in the event of calamities. Welcome and daghan salamat. Sara Duterte, City Mayor of Davao. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Sir Haldon. At this juncture, let us hear the keynote speech from no other than PCOO Secretary Martin Andanar.
Dagang salamat, Hana. Mr. Kazuto Okazaki, our JICA expert. Ito Susumo of JICA, not here. People's Television General Manager Dino Apolonio. From the Australian Broadcast Corporation Incorporated, Mark Bowling. The Chief Operating Officer of one of the most coveted emergency hotlines in the Philippines, Central 911, Emmanuel Haldon. One of my favorite broadcasters, a fan. I am a fan of this person, Director General Bong Aportadera. You owe me whiskey for that. Our senior expert of the Broadcast and Media Division of NEC, Hashimoto Osamu. Broadcast and Media Division staff of the NEC, Magaki Yuta. And to all workers in government, my colleagues, mga Davaoenyo, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. We have agreed and we have arrived at a very exciting and important stage in our broadcast industry. Today we demonstrate the digital terrestrial service with the application of the EWBS, or the Early Warning Broadcast System, a remote activation system for radio and television. This was just a dream for yours truly and Dino Apolonio when we began working in government on June 30 of 2016. I and Dino Apolonio spoke about it extensively. I was coming from our experience during the Yolanda typhoon or super typhoon that swept villages and killed thousands and thousands of people. And during those times, I was a broadcaster, and so was Dino, was our head of engineer at TV5. And I was in charge of News 5 Everywhere, our official online portal. And that to me was one of the most painful memories in broadcast. To be able to deliver the news, to be able to gather reports, and to be able to experience the inevitable frustration as a broadcaster, because during the first day after Haiyan surged in the Visayas, it was very difficult for us broadcasters. And so that, plus my experience in Australia as a student, and the numerous bushfires that I would watch over the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, and how I witnessed how Special Broadcasting Service, and ABC Radio in Australia Broadcasting Corporation would continue to operate as a broadcasting entity of government, delivering the news to the entire country. To me, that was such a mind-opening experience, in a way that it is possible, indeed, for a government broadcasting entity to be very active in emergency warning broadcasting service. So when Dino and I started working for government, one of my first objectives was to be able to, one, go to Japan, and also experience for myself, have a personal tour in one of the Japanese television industries, corporations, because I was also amazed at how the Japanese television industry or Japanese stations were able to continually broadcast, stream real-time footage of Sendai when they were hit by the tsunami. And lo and behold, when we got the opportunity to visit, which TV station was that? NHK. They showed us the immense technology and presence of all of the cameras that they had all over Japan. More than 3,000 cameras, 4,000 cameras, 4,000 cameras all over Japan that can stream. You can actually watch what's happening all over Japan. And using my connection in the Australian Embassy, since I am a alumni of the Federation University of Australia, at the same time I have very close relationship with the Australian Embassy, I had to ask the assistance of the ambassador. It was Bill Trudell back then, and now Ambassador Amanda Gorley, to give us or to discuss the possibility of having a sponsored training from the Australian government to train our staff at the PTV and Radyo Pilipinas in the field of emergency broadcast. So today is such an emotional day for this person, because finally it is here, it is happening, it is we are seeing the people in the flesh, and we are seeing the tangible digital technology that we have. So this means we now have a reliable broadcast system which can directly inform and guide the viewing and listening public of any impending risks and emergencies affecting their specific locality. It is a broadcast warning before a disaster occurs. Visualize the impact and the extensive effect of receiving on TV or radio an advanced signal of a predictable natural calamity or emergency situation, thus giving sufficient time for the affected area to prepare, evacuate if necessary, and undertake all other safety measures to prevent damage to property, injuries, and loss of lives. We cannot overly emphasize how broadcast is the ideal medium to deliver timely information on disasters and emergency conditions. The demonstration of the digital terrestrial service presents to us the use of the EWBS and Datacasting features, which can cover both large and specific areas, depending on the parameters of the impending danger. Datacasting is likewise a system of updates on the weather, the movement of storms, floods, landslides, including traffic and gridlock road conditions. The more technical aspects of the system can be sourced from the data on the ISDBT, or the Integrated Services Digital Broadcasting Terrestrial. The need for this is urgent, imperative, and necessary. Our country is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire, with the tectonic movements crawling through fault lines throughout cities, towns, and islands. Our eastern seaboard faces the typhoon and storm surge highway. Active volcanoes have intermittent eruptions, as we just observed and noticed and experienced in Albay. Heavy rainfall caused floods and landslides, even in forested areas, and earthquakes, still scientifically unpredictable, cause heavy damage and deaths. The early warning broadcast system can mitigate the consequences of these natural occurrences and help in reducing risks, panic, and disorder. We intend to make this integral to every locality. Beyond the words we write and we speak, the one great responsibility we in the broadcast industry have is the care for the lives of our people. We demonstrate that love today. Thank you and mabuhay.
Thank you so much, PCO Secretary Martin Andonar. Now, ano nga ba ang EWBS? Paano ito makakatulong sa mga komunidad sa panahon ng mga sakuna? So, to tell us more about the Emergency Warning Broadcast System, may I call on the Senior Expert of Broadcast and Media Division of NEC Corporation of Japan, Mr. Hashimoto Osamu.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Osamu Hashimoto. I'm working in NEC. I'm working in NEC during the 32 years. Only work just broadcastings. So today I would like to explain about the EWBS and datacasting technologies experience in Japan. So please open the presentations of my. So firstly, PTV start the digital terrestrial system service yesterday. So we install the 1 kilowatt TV transmitters in the PTV Davao TV stations, and PTV installs TV antennas. And last weekend, then NEC and PTV effort to connect the TV transmitter and antennas, and we turned on the TV transmitter yesterday. Then we adjust the equipment. Then we found out one problem. So indication of the TV transmitter is indicated 65 kilowatt what's happened? 65 kilowatts. So PTV said, please solve the problem to NECs. Okay, no problem. I'm antenna masters. I can solve the problems. Then we adjust the operation of the TV transmitters and only indication problems. That is only indication problems. So we changed output power from the 65 to 1 kilowatts. Okay, no problem. Then currently, TV transmitter is very stable. So this picture is a live programs from the PTV TV transmitter stations. Okay, then please open my presentations. So this is the EWBS and the Datacasting promotional project for the Philippines. So this is the purpose of the project. So Japanese government thinking about the promotion of the EWBS and Datacasting in the Philippines. So Philippines also interested in EWBS and Datacastings. And Japan also support for the EWBS and Datacasting because Philippines and Japan is almost the same countries. We have many disaster programs, typhoons, earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes. Then Japanese people has many experience of the disaster preventions. Then we would like to support of this prevention by using the digital terrestrial systems. Then today is a demonstration of the EWBS. Then tomorrow we held the training of the EWBS and Datacastings. If possible, please join our EWBS and Datacasting training tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. We will start the training at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we wait. Many people gathered in these hotels. We will have the training ground floors of the conference rooms. So I would like to explain about the Japanese experience of these huge disasters. So 2011, so Japan attacked a huge disaster, a huge earthquake attacked East Japan. So more than 20,000 people died and missing. So I would like to show you the video during these earthquakes. So that is an announcement from the NHKs, and that is a disaster, tsunami attacked the coast. Then before the attack the tsunami, we must issue the EWBS information by the digital terrestrial systems. Process is here. So Japanese organization has a forecast of the earthquakes. Okay, start. No. I continue the presentations. Yeah, okay. So, weather organization announced the forecast of the earthquakes before the earthquakes. So before 30 seconds. Then earthquake attacked to the Japan. Then program suddenly interrupted, and announcer of the NHK announced the earthquake informations. So huge earthquake attacked the East Japan. then EWBS must be issued before the tsunamis and damage of the humans. After the announcement of the EWBS, tsunami will attack to the coast. Then, so that kind of the tsunami kills people of the more than 20,000 people. Then before the tsunami, EWBS announcement is very important for the before the tsunamis. Okay, that is the Japanese process of the EWBS information. Tsunami will be attacked the coast, and Japan meteorological agencies announce the 4 broadcasting stations. And 4 broadcasting stations issue the EWBS by the TV transmitters, and the viewers will check the EWBS. Then I would like to show you the video in this huge earthquake in 2011. Please start the videos. Sound. Count the timer, ne? Count the timer.
計画に、子どもの現物サービスのための投稿をりまして、現金給付と、それから
緊急地震速報です。強い揺れに警戒してください。揺れが始まってから10秒以上経過しました。次第に
国会中継の途中ですが、地震津波関連の情報をお伝えします。今東京のスタジオも揺れています。東京のスタジオも揺れています。緊急地震速報が出ました。宮城県、岩手県、福島県、秋田県、山形県に緊急地震速報です。また今東京渋谷のスタジオも揺れを感じています。東京渋谷のスタジオも揺れています。強い揺れを観測した地域の皆さんにお伝えします。落ち着いて行動してください。
This is an emergency tsunami warning. This is an emergency tsunami warning. The Meteorological Agency is warning that very high tsunami are expected in the following areas.
宮城県には大津波警報が出ています。午後3時に6メートルの津波が到達すると予想されています。大津波警報が出ている海岸や川の河口付近の方は早く安全な高台に避難してください。
Yes, please continue the presentations. So more than 10 meters tsunami attacked the coast of the East Japan. So that is many people received the huge damage in the coast of the Japan. Therefore, before the tsunami, EWBS must be issued for the peoples. That is a very important issue. Okay, that process is very important. Tsunami will attack here, then before the tsunami must be issued the EWBS information to the peoples. So Japan has many experience of the EWBS before the digital terrestrial system. So in 1955, so Japan still has the process of the EWBS information under the analog terrestrial systems. Then digital terrestrial system starts 2003. Then in these times, so EWBS function already ready for the disaster preventions. Why digital terrestrial and EWBS is important? I would like to explain about this. So metropolitan area, such like inside of the Davao cities, Quezon, Metro Manilas, they have many communication lines, internet, telecommunications, Wi-Fi, but outside of the metropolitan, so they don't have the few communications. Then digital terrestrial and analog terrestrial is very important for the peoples. So regional people can receive the signal, television signals, but people cannot receive the Wi-Fi and mobile phone services. In that cases, digital terrestrial and EWBS is very important for the regional peoples. Then, during the disaster conditions, maybe you cannot watch the TV. All electric power is interrupted. And the telephone, you cannot use the telephone. So telephonical communication was interrupted. And Wi-Fi is interrupted, mobile phone was interrupted. In that cases, one segment receivers is very important for the peoples. So one segment receiver is a part of the ISDBT digital terrestrial services. Then, so Japanese cases in 2011, so people, resistance in East Japan can use the one segment receivers for get the disaster prevention information in safety areas. Therefore, one segment receivers and digital terrestrial system is very important in Japan, also Philippines. So today, I would like to explain about, show you the demonstration of the EWBS and data casting. So this is a block diagram of the today's demonstrations. So this is a 1 kilowatt TV transmitter in the Davao mountain areas, not 65 kilowatt. And there is a head-end equipment of the encoder and the multiplexers. So yesterday, we connect EWBS server and data casting server in the transmission systems. And we can input the emergency messages and this emergency messages and emergency data casting informations from the emergency agencies. So this is the image of the emergency agencies. So currently, our engineer is located in a transmission station in the PTVs. He will control of this EWBS and data casting systems. Then this is a viewer. Viewer is ours. We will check the EWBS function in here. So that is the process of the EWBS. Alert message input, area code input, and EWBS on, off control. That is very simple because EWBS message must be announced as soon as possible under the disaster conditions. So that is the image of the screen. So viewers enjoy the program and ordinary data casting services. That is an e-government service in the Philippines. Then suddenly, disaster attack to the Davao. Then EWBS service issues an emergency message in the red part. And data casting service announces more detailed information by using these areas. Then coast of the red part is very dangerous in the Philippines because huge tsunami will be attacked soon. Then after the disaster, so relief and support messages will be transmitted by using the data casting. So we will get the food, we will get the waters, clothes, some things. Okay, then I'd like to execute the demonstration of the EWBS. Firstly, that is a normal condition. This is a normal conditions. Secondly, we issue the EWBS message and datacasting messages. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Hashimoto-san. And now that we already know on how emergency warning broadcast system works and on how it will be a big help for us and in saving lives in times of disasters, let us now move forward to the actual test. So can we have the first alarm, please?
Okay, so this is the normal conditions. So this is a set-top box with the EWBS functions. Then I change the screen.
Yes, thank you. As what you can see in the monitor, nag-flash ka agad yung warning. So, ma-inform yung viewers na, for example, it is a warning for landslide. So, agad-agad ma-inform natin yung viewers. And then, yeah. So, that is our first alarm. And aside po dito sa setup natin, meron din tayong sinet up from 3 different areas sa City Hall, sa Barangay 76-A, and sa Central 911. And uunahin natin ngayon ang Barangay 76-A. Titingnan natin kung nagpa-function ba talaga yung ating EWBS.
Okay. A75 Mega.
Rolando Trahera, punong barangay ng Barangay 76-A.
Yeah.
Makikita natin na gumagana na ang EWBS monitoring system dito sa aming barangay. Ito po ay napakalaking tulong para sa amin upang makapaghanda kami sakaling may mga kalamidad na darating sa aming barangay. Maraming salamat po sa PTV, sa NAC, sa Japanese government, sa kanilang tulong upang kami ay mabigyan ng EWBS monitoring system. Back to you, honey.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Barangay Captain. At nakita nga natin kasi ang Barangay 76-A, malapit sila sa dagat. So if may mga tsunami alerts, so agad-agad silang ma-inform. Ngayon naman ay dumako tayo sa ating third alarm dyan sa City Hall.
Live nga mula dito sa loob ng Davao City Hall ay nasaksihan natin na naging matagumpay ang demonstration ng ating emergency warning broadcast system na talaga namang makakatulong upang mas mapadali at mas mapabilis pa ang pagbibigay babala sa kung ano ang kailangan at dapat gawin ng publiko sa panahon ng kalamidad kagaya na lamang ng lindol. Balik dyan sa inyo, Miss Hana.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Jay Lagang. Ngayon naman pumunta tayo sa ating fourth site, ang Central 911.
Maraming salamat po. Klaro-klaro po ang EWS sa location namin sa Central 911. Malaking tulong po ito sa pag-disseminate po namin ng aming mga advisory, ng aming mga broadcast, ng ating mga balita po sa ating weather and mga disaster preparedness po natin. So, back to you po, Miss Hannah.
Ayan, maraming salamat po mula dyan sa Central 911. Nakita na natin na gumagana yung EWBS at kung gaano ito kalaking tulong sa mga communities, especially kahit na sa mga government offices para maiwasan natin yung mga grabeng disgrasya sa kapanahunan ng mga sakuna. Ayun, maraming salamat po, sir. Yan. At para naman sa ating closing remarks, sinatawagan po natin si Mr. Dino Antonio Apolonio, ang General Manager ng People's Television Network. Before that, yan, may sasabihin pa po si...
Okay, please keep these conditions in transmission side. Okay? So, my plans. So, 911 will decide issue the EWBS informations. Then 911 call to TV stations. Then TV stations operate EWBS on and off conditions. Then, please continue. Mr. Itagaki? Please continue the EWBS. Okay. Okay, EWBS conditions. So, 911 decides the EWBS issue or not. Then, 911 call to every TV stations. And every TV station will issue the EWBS information. Such kind here. Typhoon level 4 in Davao will attack soon. Attacked. And strong rain, that is a strong rain. Then, evacuation information is, excuse me, expect a flood will be occurred. Then please evacuate immediately to safety places. Then, that is the most important issues. And support information for the disaster prevention announced by the Datacasting. Then that is a safety place information, such kind of the church, schools, Davao City halls, and some safety points. Then people can find out the safety safety places near here. So therefore, combination between the EWBS and Datacasting is very important. So Datacasting announced the most important issues. The EWBS. Datacasting issues the support information for the disaster preventions. Okay, that is our demonstration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Hashimoto-san. So at this moment, nakita na natin ang demonstration and on how EWBS works. Tinatawagan po natin ulit si Mr. Dino Apolonio, ang General Manager ng People's Television Network.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests and speaker. Today we have definitely reached a milestone. Not only did we witness the EWBS demo, but today also marks the first day officially of the test broadcast of the digital television transmission in Davao City. So that's something that we are proud of, thanks to the help of Mr. Hashimoto of NEC and the engineers of the hardworking engineers of PTV. I'd like to urge the stakeholders in DTTB to come together and push forward towards our transition from analog to digital, as it will bring more advantages other than EWBS to our country. I would like to thank NEC for this event, the Japan MIC, again, our distinguished guests, and everyone who are here with us today. And we'd like to echo the words of Mr. Hashimoto. Please take advantage of the training in the next 2 days to come on EWBS and Datacasting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Apolonio. Now let us have the photo session. May I call on Mr. Secretary Martin Andanar and together with the VIPs. And right after the photo session, sasagutin po ng ating mga expert ang mga katanungan ng ating mga guests patungkol sa EWBS.